Hey guys, welcome back. This is JPS Trading again. This is going to be episode 14 of Trading to a Million. We're looking at the 20th of August 2020. This is a Tuesday. Didn't do any trading on Monday. Nothing really set up for me. But went pretty confident going into this day. So I've actually just gone long here pretty early, just before about 8 a.m., which is pretty similar to obviously the other videos as well. And just in a moment here, you're probably going to see the update of 8 a.m., which is going to be the first volatility spike of the day. So we do get a little bit to the upside, which was very encouraging. And obviously, being only about 1/3 of my position size, this is always like it's a good, but it's almost like I guess, a gift in a sense, but it makes me wonder a little bit because if it starts running away from me too early and I've only got 1/3 of my position size, I was in hindsight, you always think, oh, I wish I had my whole position size. But what can you do? But obviously, guys, let me know what you guys are thinking of the video. Obviously, subscribe if you like and comment. I'd love to know what you guys are obviously thinking, seeing this. So, just jumping in here right about 8:30 now. So we did have a further break to the upside after a little bit of a retest, which was encouraging. So I've still only got about 1/3 of my position size. So I'm really in this mindset at the moment where, I'm thinking, should I have added more to this position? But obviously, we've got a strategy that we stick to, and never complain. Obviously, when the trade's going in your favour, because I think I read a really nice quote the other day where it was saying, you'd much rather be wishing you were in a trade than wishing you were out of a trade, which obviously can apply. But look, as we can see here, we can see a little bit of profit taking pretty early. So we're still before about 9:30, so this is before all the early orders come into the market. So what we're seeing here is just a bit of pre-market volatility, which obviously would be great for it to continue to the upside. But look, I jumped forward quite aggressively to about 9:30 now, and you can see here we did turn quite aggressively, and I've actually picked up another position. So I've got about 2 contracts of about 3 that I like to have, but I have got an order ready to pick up a third. So this actually looks like it's appearing to be a change of trend. So sometimes this happens, and you've really got to ask yourself, obviously, the analysis that you've done, if you're going to stick by it or is it time to get out. And look, pre-market, the market does do things that you don't expect, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the case. So this is a time to obviously keep a cool head, which, look, fortunate enough for me, I was able to do that today. And as you can see, things were getting a little bit hairy. So even though I've had my buy order down here pretty close to about 950, if it's going to get to that level, I'm going to be asking myself, or it's going to be playing in my head, is this the right trade to be in? So we're getting pretty low here as well. I'm sort of on the fence whether or not I just pick it up here. Is this a good value to get my third position size, or do I just completely get out of it? As we're not even at 950 yet when the futures open. So to me, seeing this was very confusing. So obviously I looked on a bit of a higher time frame and can see this is a pretty key level as well. And then as we start getting pretty close to about 940, then the market all of a sudden starts reversing a little bit. So I've sped this up. And to me, this was obviously telling me that, okay, people are obviously pricing in maybe a little bit more of an encouraging open, pretty close to what the futures did in the US, but obviously who's to know completely. So as this gets pretty close to 950, I'm thinking, well, this is probably going to go for a bit of a run. We're in pretty good shape. So I had all my stop losses in place and everything like that. So that was all fine. And as you'll see here, obviously as we get to 950, it's not exactly the open that that a trader dreams of when they're going long, but obviously it can still play out reasonably well. So we're about 30 seconds away, I believe, from about this market open, and big bearish candle came out straight away. And I was speaking to one of my friends, and he calls this something like a liquidity shock, or something that the market does to capture some orders before obviously continuing the trend. But I was pretty close to taking a loss there, and I was going to be like, look, you know what, get out, $100 loss. It's not a bad, still plenty of time in the week. But I decided to hold, obviously, and because in my head I was like, I really believe the market is going to do a bit of a run today, and we did see a recovery from that candle, which is encouraging. But what we don't want to see, obviously, from here is a big retest of the low. So basically, it just looks like a bit of a relief rally. But as it broke out a little bit further, I wanted it to break the previous highs that it made in the morning, which it's about to right now. And as soon as that happened, I decided, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to move some buy orders up just to cover some profits if needed. But I really wanted to see how far this was going to run. And we're getting pretty close to the market open. Tech sector looked like it was going to go on a bit of a recovery. And yeah, it really did start moving quite nicely, which was good to see. So right about here, I was looking for it to break 59.20. That was a key level for me. So if it decided to break that, that was going to the bloody moon, or 59.40, the next key level. But it decided just to consolidate and not really move. So the P&L jumped up about $300. So I was like, you know what, that's done for me. A couple of hours work in the morning, great start to the week. That'll be fine. So yeah, that was the summary of the trade. So there'll be more videos coming out. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe as well. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. Catch you soon.